The largest religious demographic in America, and the fastest growing, is the religiously unaffiliated, people who say they aren't part of any organized religion at all. But many of them haven't given up on spirituality. They're part of America's newest Great Awakening, one that's made the whole God part optional and is built on the sacred text known as the Internet.
For most of American history, you would get your sense of meaning, of purpose, of community, and of ritual from the same place. If you grew up, for example, as my grandmother did, as a Jewish person on the Lower East Side of New York City, all of these would be incredibly localized and specific, pegged to a neighborhood or a religious institution, a synagogue. But today, more and more people are what I called remixed. They're mixing and matching the different elements of religious faith, religious identity, and religious practice without feeling like they have to conform to one structure of what religion or spirituality looks like. Someone might identify as Jewish, but also participate in yoga or meditation. They might read tarot cards. They might get their primary emotional community from the people they see every Sunday at their CrossFit or SoulCycle class. Remixed religion has been a kind of safe space, a place to experience spirituality, to search for God, to find community without the baggage that traditional religion has often brought along with it. Scholars often say that the invention of the printing press heralded the Protestant Reformation. What the printing press was to Protestantism, the Internet is to remixed religious culture. We curate our Facebook feed. We curate our Twitter feed. That sense of control and ownership over the information we both consume and share with the world has trickled down into our understanding of our religious lives. We want to curate our spiritual profiles in the same way we do our Facebook pages. You also see the rise of a lot of gurus with very big media platforms, like Jordan Peterson or Gwyneth Paltrow. Each of these figures is able to provide their audience with a sense of meaningfulness of the world and of your purpose in it. It's impossible to talk about contemporary remixed culture without talking about capitalism. Increasingly, we define ourselves morally and spiritually not by where we worship, but by what we buy. Whether we're drinking Pepsi with a rainbow can during Pride Week or spending our money on expensive exercise classes, we're making a statement about our identity. So while the building block of religious identity may not have changed, the way that we go about getting them and the values we bring to the table absolutely have. The religious faith remix thinks that a spiritual path should serve them rather than the other way around.